Hello, Olivia. I am so excited to speak with you about Pixie today. I had a blast watching this insane movie. So I have to ask, what attracted you to the Pixie role? This is such a big and brash film that I'm curious of what made you want to jump into this film and this role.
I think just the excuse to be really bad for 2 hours and be manipulative and just have so much fun while doing it, knowing that you're the smartest person in the room and you can outrun all these men whilst running through the Irish countryside as well.
Yeah, you had a wonderful setting for this, and I do like that the woman was the badass smart one in this movie. I loved seeing that. Is
Yeah,
that what is that something you learned about playing Pixie that you liked? Was there anything that surprised you about playing this role that you're like, maybe I kind of liked being the boss badass on set?
well, I think she definitely brought out my more mischievous side. It was a really fun set. I mean, it really the energy of the film really kind of transferred onto our personal life as well. I mean, we're all going out all the time, and it was just it had this really just fun energy to it, and it was really contagious.
I was going to ask because that was my next question, which you led in perfectly. So thank you. Was how was the chemistry on set? Because on camera with the three of you, it was out of this world. So was it like that offset as well? Did you guys have, as you said, a lot of fun and stuff?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, there wasn't really too much forcing of chemistry or trying to figure out like, oh God, is this going to work or not? It was pretty apparent from our first meetings together that we're all going to get on. And I mean, they're both really funny. They're both really kind. Daryl is hilarious and he doesn't know how funny he is. And then our writer Preston as well. He's the same age as us, and so we were just running around and just having a great time, which then fed on camera as well.
You could definitely tell it was an energy there, and I like that you said you didn't have to really work hard on it. It just came out like that, very apparent. And I think if there's anything to watch Pixie for, it's the chemistry between you three. Alec Baldwin's fun and stuff as well, but you guys really, really sold this so well.
Oh, thank you.
Now, is the gangster film or these type of movies something you've always enjoyed? Were you like a secret Guy Ritchie Tarantino fan, or did the love of gangster movies come as you played in one?
No, I've always been a fan, but I've always wanted to be the, I mean, not so much the gun toting anymore, but just the one who was just on the chase with all these people and having so much fun while they were doing it and just so in control of their own journey and so commanding, um rather than just be, the girlfriend that just gets killed or is at home being like, please come back, you know.
No, yeah, you definitely got to play a female role you don't really normally see in this type of movie, and I thought that was refreshing. I think I want to see a whole era of female-led badass gangster movies. I think that's the future we want.
Yeah, and it's tongue in cheek as well. Like Pixie is so cheeky and so funny and doesn't take anything too seriously either, um, which I really liked as well. It doesn't really have this stoicism that you see with um, other gangster films.
Yeah, there was a campiness, and it was unafraid to be camp, which is my favorite word in the entire
Yeah,
world. So
yeah.
find the balance of like this is a thrilling action scene, but also I'm laughing. Should I be laughing? That's my favorite type of stuff is
So good.
laughing at those moments. You're like, oh no.
Cringing and laughing at the same time.
Absolutely, you just nail it perfectly here. I had to compliment that a little bit. So, you've done so many genres before. I remember seeing you on Bates Motel. I've seen you in things like Sound of Metal last year. Is there a genre you do like working with? Are you a horror fan? Do you like these gangster movies? Do you want to do more, or do you like your traditional dramas? Because we need more horror, and you and horror, please.
Uh, I mean, horrors. my first horror that I did when I was 18 was the funniest set to be on, just because the things that we were doing were so ridiculous, and to do them with a straight face whilst trying to act scared when you've got the director who's 3 feet away from you going scratch, scrape, like for you to react and just being like, I don't know. I think for me, it's just the the time on camera is so limited
Mhm.
that what I'm looking for is just great chemistry with the other actors and the director. So the time off camera is so much fun and worthwhile. Um,
Mm.
so I don't really know about what genre I typically would like to work in more. I think it's so dependent on who's involved and if obviously if the script's good as well.
Mhm. Yeah, that is what I usually hear from actors is like a script. It doesn't matter what we're doing. You just want to tell a good story, and I think that's
Yeah,
what's most important.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I'm looking at your co-stars, and I have a fun question in mind. If you were pulling off a real life heist, you were trying to do something, a little pixie related, who would you invite along to this heist? Would you invite Ben Hardy, Alec Baldwin, or Daryl McCormick? Who would be your heist partner there?
Daryl would go into like I think of like a Zen state and be able to pull it off with me without getting too flustered. Ben, I think, would get a little bit too nervous probably whilst we were the on the run. And but then Alec probably knows a lot of people, so can probably sort us out. So maybe Alec. But then his profile was give us away.
But
Or
then
maybe a
also
few good guys.
I was gonna say, I'm like, well, maybe I would never be like, no, Alec Baldwin wouldn't do that. That's insane. He wouldn't, rob nuns.
Yeah, maybe Alec. Maybe Alec.
That's a good pick. I was thinking Daryl. Once you said he was funny as well, I was just like, but maybe I do need a little bit more serious, and I think Alec would have that fun middle ground for you.
Yeah.
Good.
Also, I feel like we'd stay in like fantastic places along the way as well.
Well, yes, as much as I do like the Irish countryside at times, I was like, but what about jet setting? What
Yeah.
about going?
What about the Caribbean?
Which would be perfect. Again, me as an American, I love seeing places I never get to see, so I do think that was interesting to see that area, and it's just so stunning. I always think of Ireland as like the pub area, and I'm like, oh, there's just nothing. There's just a lot of nothing.
Mm,
And I like that. I think that's pretty.
sprawling, gorgeous landscape as well.
Has that been one of your favorite places to work at as well? I think that was such a good setting for you.
Yeah, yeah. And the culture is so much fun
Mm.
and the people are so friendly and so great. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was like a home away from home in a way.
Oh, I love hearing that. Now, you've had a quite a busy couple of years with so many amazing roles. What is next for Olivia Cook? What is on the game plan for you? Are you going to rest after slaying the game for so long? Do you want to take a break and let other actresses do great?
I mean, it feels like I've been really busy, but I haven't. I had a year off because of, it just so happens that all this stuff has
Movies
come
come
out
out.
at the same time. It looks like I've been really proactive, but I haven't at all. So now, no, I'm really gearing back up to work again because I'm like, give me something so that I don't have to just like sit in my own thoughts day in, day out.
You can only get glamorous in your living room so many times until you're like, I need to do something.
I know. And you're like the first person to notice. That was nice.
Well, good. I'm glad. I trust me. I'm any excuse to get out of pajamas these days is just anything. I think you understand.
Oh God, yeah, but like hair down, a mess, absolute mess.
Absolutely. You can't see my like snowman pajamas I'm wearing right now, so thank you. No, I wanted to say it was so enjoyable speaking with you about Pixie and about your fun career. I've enjoyed you since Bates Motel, so to see you in
Oh,
this film in a fun starring role, I want to see this more. So thank you. Also, Sound of Metal fan over here. I'm rooting
oh,
for it this award season because
I think
oh,
it's. I think like Riz is definitely a shoe in. Do you
I,
not think?
I mean, if it was the most beautiful human being in acting right now, yes, but no, yes, no, I think so. I think sound design as well. It's overall a great
Yeah.
film. Same thing with Pixie, the colors, the thing. I love these big bold films, and I'm glad you're at the center of them. So thank you again for speaking with me.
Thank you. This was lovely. Thank you very
Oh, it was
much.
lovely as well. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good rest of your press day. Enjoy
Thank
yourself, and then
thank
go
you.
get out of the glamorous outfit and
Yeah, peel my face off.
thank you again.